Or Appendix B, suggested abstract, lead application, organizational name, lead applicant, entity type, lead application, city and state, with a select grant and category ensuring equitable apprenticeship partnership with a group of pre-apprenticeship leading the registered apprenticeship enrollment up to $4 million. Certain creating an educational system aligned with a pre-apprenticeship registered apprenticeship program with a $4 million registered apprenticeship hub up to $6 million for projects local, regional, statewide, geographical, up to $8 for the $1 million for the national geographical scope. Project title, funding amount requested, application geographical scope, proposed project number, apprenticeship enrolled with the registered apprenticeship during the life of the grant, population to be served with the required partners, organization name and the type of the interest in. Insert names, additional lines as needed. Insert type of the organization, optional partners, organizational entity type of the insert name, insert type of organization, additional lines, and project proposal, subrecipient activity list of credentials to be awarded, summary program activity, public contact, name, title, address, and phone number, and email address. Appendix C, suggested incentive plan and template. Topic area, technical assistance. What strategy providing technical assistance will be utilized prior to offering a financial incentive? Special specifically plans should address ensuring the support needed is already available at no cost and identified with available curriculum resource tool before supporting development of the new curriculum. How will you identify with the leverage of the resource, particularly Workforce Innovation Opportunity Act, before the utilization grant resources? Target of for incentive. What's your strategy for identifying types of the business sponsor targeted specifically? Plans you would address clear justification strategy approach. Assessment needed based employer size, priority on small and medium-sized employers or industry, specifically dynamics needed in apprenticeship models, analysts, need-based individual programs versus consortium group approach for the analyze high potential impact of certain type of employers industry. Incentives, criteria, requirements. What criteria will be applied to determine the business sponsor receive the incentive? What commitments will the business sponsor be required to meet receive the incentives? Parameters, specifically plan, show, and address. Will all participating employers receive an incentive? Will the incentive be used selective? Will all the amount of incentive vary by employer? If used selective, what and criteria will be used to determine if the employer is eligible for incentives? What is the amount beyond specific commitment to create with a new apprenticeship within the sponsor required to make other commitments such as the number of the completers or the number of apprentices appropriately hired on the completion, use of incentive funds, when the funding amount provided with each of the business sponsors for the activities will be funded. Will the funds be provided directly to the business sponsor or to another? Specific plan should be addressed. What specific funding amount should be determined to provide with the participating employers? Why? What activities specifically will be supported? Program development, curriculum development support, front-of-job training support for the classroom costs. How will you use the incentive to help them meet the goals of the new sponsors? Clear description of profit, the mechanism found with the distributed to each business sponsor. Will the funds directly to each sponsor or participating employer? Will the funds provide with lump sum or increments? When the payments may be made at the time of the commitment or later upon agreed milestones. Distribution of funds in the case of incentive with employer joint management program or large corporation with subsidiary nationwide footprints. How will equally distribution by guaranteed among a variety of employers in the industry? Specifically plans should address how you will manage complex apprenticeship programs, type of the consort group, employer models, joint labor management programs, other unique intermediaries. To ensure the equity and base distribution models involved with numerous employers. How will you maintain accountability to distributed incentive funds equal to the employers? Results and outcomes. How many business sponsors will receive the incentives? How will be the increase of the number of apprentices to do the incentives? Specifically, plan should address how you will ensure that the plan will result in the development of a new registered apprenticeship to enroll with an apprenticeship in the registered apprenticeship program. How will you track result of the employer that will receive the incentive funds? Sustainability. The strategy will be used to ensure that the long-term sustainability registered apprenticeship program supported incentives. Specifically, plan should address how the sponsor employer planning long-term will not depend on the ongoing funding sustaining their apprenticeship program. Appendix D. Suggested chart for the past performance template. An example of the suggested chart for the past performance template for the applicants to previous grant. An agreement to note the application must provide with the data for the previous project completed within the last 5 years of the closing date announcement, similar size and scope, the relevance for the grant program. Name of previous grant or organization grant, contact name, title, organization, email address, telephone number, the project title, grant number, funding amount, project period, performance start, end, number of participants enrolled, type of the population, serve with a brief description, grant project population, serve performance goals, grants category 1 and 2, metrics, total number of participants, total number of participants successfully achieve the metric. this numeric metric. This denominator for the metric personal rate of accomplishment. An example: unsubsidized employments, new name of the metric, and employment, education, placement, credential, degree, attainment. 2, 3, retention and education of the employment. 4, earnings specified with a registered apprenticeship, starting wage, wage exit, starting wage, and wage exit, starting wage times 100. Performance goal, category 3, program performance measure, provide the quality of quantity of the data, demonstrate the track record with providing efforts for the support registered apprenticeship progression, expansion with the support delivery with the key goals of the applicant's proposed hub. Program performance measure for the 2, provide with quality of quantity of the data, demonstrate the effectiveness of the applicant, inform and sustain multiple partnership with the network, or networks capable of either the registered apprenticeship sponsor for the intermediary. Spending rate analysis, grant funds spent, total spent and total grant funds, percentage rate spending. Example: cost per outcome provided calculations, total funding, number of individuals successfully completing training, $1 million total grant funding, 500 individuals successfully complete the training, $2,000 individually successfully complete the training, grantor signature named above, date and signed. Suggested chart of the past performance template for the applicants that have never had a federal or non-federally funded assistance agreement. Note: the applicants must provide the data with a previous project completed for the last 5 years, closing date with the announcement of the similar size and scope of the relevance of the American Apprenticeship Building America Round 2 grant program. Note: the previous registered apprenticeship work-based learning project, external partner, preference, contact name, title, organization, email address, telephone number, funding amount, dedicated to the project period, project period, performance start and end date, the name of the individual was placed in the registered apprenticeship work-based learning program, type of the population, serve the brief description, project population, serve the performance goal for the categories 1 and 2, metric, performance goal, performance outcome, performance goal, percentage rate, achievement, unsubsidized employment, name, and name of the metric, employment, education, placement, credential, and degree, and attainment. 2, name of the metric, retention, education, and employment. Earnings, and please specify the registered apprenticeship starting wage, wage exit, starting wage divided by starting wage, wage exit, starting wage over the starting wage times 100. Performance goals, category 2. So, performance goals, category 3. Program performance measure for the provide qualitative and quantitative data for the demonstrate for the track record, providing effort support for the registered apprenticeship creation and expansion for the support of the delivery of the key goals. Applicants proposed to have the program performance measure for the provide qualitative for the quantitative for the demonstrate for the effectiveness of the applicant, informing and sustaining multiple partner networks capable of serving the registered apprenticeship sponsor, intermediary, spending rate analysis, fund receivers. Funds spent, total funds, percent rate, spending. Example: $1 million, funds spent, 800,000, total spent, total funds, 800,000 over to 1 million, 80%. Cost per positive outcome provided calculations. Example: the total funding number of individuals successfully completed the training, $1 million total grant, 500 individuals successfully completing the training, 2,000 individuals successfully completing the training. Authorized signature, date, and signed. Appendix E. Suggested project work plan template for planning purpose for all applicants should identify with the key output of the deliverables and or milestone with the time frame of achieving them. Application should indicate with the name of each of the partner engaging outcome, the deliverable, and designate the organization has delivered the responsible for producing the output. Finally, the acronym SMART is a common acronym that is a test for the output of the sound of the and applicants should the outputs used within the work plans. Follow the SMART framework described in the SMART outputs as follows. Specifically qualitative description of the output partnership with the American Job Center with the Job Course Center. Measurable, where the possible quantitative description is output with a measure column below with the 10 new partnership with the minority serving institution. Achievable, check with the base on the award amount requested resource available to do with leverage capacity of the organizational partnership to realistic expect to achieve the output within the scope of the written in the work plan. Relevant, check with the achieving output logically leave the support achieving the outcome with which is associated time bound, include the time frame of the completing the output a month, 6 years, 1 year. Alright, project work plan, insert grant, category number, and name, program goals, outcome 1, specify the mission stated with the applicant, logical model, outputs, insert output milestone deliverable, including description, outcome 1, measure, insert with the measures you will demonstrate the achievement of the milestone deliverables, due date, insert the due dates for the achievement of the milestone deliverables, and responsible parties, insert reasonable, leave it any supporting entity with a reasonable achievement of the milestone deliverables, and additional lines added to the outcome 2. So for the measure and stated the applicant logic model output, insert output milestone deliverables, including description for outcome 1. Measure, insert for the measure will you demonstrate achievement of the milestone deliver. Due dates, insert due dates for achievement of the milestone deliverables. For responsible parties, insert reasonable, leave it the supporting entity with a reasonable achievement of the milestone deliverables. Any added lines as needed. Appendix F, suggested performance outcomes output for the Apprenticeship Building America Round 2 grant. Suggested Apprenticeship Building America 2 with the performance outcome and output tables. Apprenticeship Building America 2 performance measure for the category 1, ensuring the equitable registered pathway of the partnership to the review of the pre-apprenticeship leading for the total registered apprenticeship enrollment of the category 2. Creation of education system aligned with the pre-apprenticeship programs and registered apprenticeship applicant. A, participant outcome targets cumulative of the 4-year total. 1, total participant served with the quality of the cumulative 4-year total number of the individuals who have determined eligible for the program receive the direct grant fund. If service eligible individuals are at least 16 years of age, not already enrolled in a registered apprenticeship program, totally initiate the grant service and targets. 2, participant outcome total participants enrolled with the registered apprenticeship program cumulative of the 4-year total. The total number of participants who serve with the registered apprenticeship program. Remember, the total participants enrolled with the registered apprenticeship program cannot exceed the total participants served. 3, total number of the participants who complete with the registered apprenticeship program. Verification requires certificate of completion issued by the U.S. Department of Labor and State Apprenticeship Agency. 4, total number of the participants enrolled with the pre-apprenticeship to serve with the Apprenticeship Building America with the grant funding. As a PAP, with the number of the total participant enrolled with the pre-apprenticeship cannot be exceeded with the total participant served. 5, total number of the participants who complete with the pre-apprenticeship serve with the Apprenticeship Building America Ground 2 grant funding is applicable with the number of the total participant completing the pre-apprenticeship cannot exceed with the total number of participants who enroll with the pre-apprenticeship. B, program output target cumulative 4-year total with total registered apprenticeship created as well as the Apprenticeship Building America Ground 2 grant funding. The total registered apprenticeship expanding result with the Apprenticeship America grant Round 2 grant funding. Total pre-apprenticeship programs created result of the Apprenticeship Building America Round 2 grant funding is applicable with the total pre-apprenticeship programs expanded to the result of the Apprenticeship Building America Round 2 grant funding is applicable. Apprenticeship Building America performance measure for the Apprenticeship Hub program outcomes targets cumulative 4-year total number of registered apprenticeship programs developed, the total number of the registered apprenticeship programs expanded, total number of the pre-apprenticeship developed as applicable, total number 4, total number of the pre-apprenticeship expanded as applicable, total number of the stakeholders engaged 5. 6, total number of the employers receiving incentive funds, including the total amounts to be awarded incentive funds. 7, the total number of technical assistants. 7, the resource for the created total. 8, total number of new sponsors. 9, total number of individuals enrolled in the registered apprenticeship was developed using Apprenticeship Building American grant funds. The total number of the individuals enrolled with the pre-apprenticeship that was developed using the Apprenticeship Building America Round 2 grant funds. Appendix G, resources to help employers' workplace inclusion, case study with advanced opportunity for the women through the apprenticeship, the case study with advanced opportunity for women through the apprenticeship, case-based resource with the guides, or mental health care, gateway background tools, resource to help their employers learn more of the mental health issues, cultivating welcoming, supporting work environment employees who may be facing mental health issues, and it also presents easy follow framework fostering mental health friendly workplaces, all built with the 4 A's: awareness, accommodation, assistance, and access. Earn mental health toolkit to help employers, both public and private, to ensure the recruitment and hiring process are disability inclusive. Inclusion at work, a framework building disability inclusive organization or overview video. Apprenticeship inclusion models, AIM policy and practice brief series connecting ticketed work and apprenticeship. The brief president of the detailed overview of the ticketed work program and same of the registered apprenticeship programs is an option for the help of the people to find with a disability staying access sustainable gainful employment within the TTTW Ticket to Work program. The brief offers consideration recommendation. Alright, emerging lesson for the inclusive apprenticeship program, managing through COVID-19 crisis beyond during the crisis such for the COVID-19 pandemic, result of the economic recession. Apprenticeship programs gain in phase with the distribution. Brief the industry, identified several key factors that represent the inclusion and apprenticeship of the apprenticeship program, identified the critical established funding of the program, resilience that include the diversity of the funding program and partnership. 2, the response of the changing of the labor market demands. 3, participant support over the 4, contingency plan. Alright, funding inclusion, funding inclusive apprenticeship, the strategy for the braiding, blending, and aligning resources, and brief the program director, stakeholder, inclusive apprenticeship program, several common strategies for the funding. Their programs include 1, identifying research for the recruitment, outreach, and support services necessary for the program to ensure they're inclusive of the learning, monetary, in-kind support for the employers other than source. Cover the cost of each of the component. 3, implementing collaborative funding approach to braid, blend, and align resources services to the unique needs of the participants through the particular context of the program. And 4, incorporating specific strategy for the support collaborative funding approaches. Strength support for the people with disability and pre-apprenticeship through the policy of the design practice. Pre-apprenticeship programs are focused on preparing participants for the entry for the registered apprenticeship program with a brief outline of several recommended strategies of the pre-apprenticeship. Programs accessible to people with disabilities suggest a strategy for the help pre-apprenticeship programs more inclusive of the universal design, enhance the accessibility of youth, adults, and disability. In turn, supporting accessibility apprenticeship enable the employers to access broader pool of talent and job seekers with a disability to attain needed occupational skill training and employment of financial security. Using universal design learning apprenticeship, the universal design of their learning offers a way of organization improving the program services well addressed and accessible concern with an increase of the qualified candidates. Universal design learning guidelines may be applied recruitment or assessment, workplace training, related instruction efforts that make up apprenticeship programs involve the general approach offering support services brief that identifies a number of practice for the test education work-based learning programs, work benefit apprenticeship and pre-apprenticeship programs.